All right, today we are diving into Don Miguel Ruiz's The Four Agreements. This is such a powerful guide to personal freedom, and it's all rooted in ancient Toltec wisdom. We're going to explore how these four really simple sounding principles can totally transform the way you see yourself and honestly, the world around you. So, let me just start by asking you something. Are you your own worst critic? You know that feeling when you make a mistake and you just replay it in your head over and over again, way after everyone else has forgotten about it? Yeah. If that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. And that internal battle is exactly what the four agreements are here to help us with. So, where does that inner critic even come from? Well, according to Toltec wisdom, it's a product of what they call domestication. Think about it. When we're little, society, our parents, teachers, our friends, they all teach us a set of rules. We get rewarded when we follow them, and we get punished when we don't. And little by little, we learn to live by this external script, this dream of the planet, as Ruiz calls it. And in the process, we often lose touch with who we really are. And this whole domestication process, it basically creates a war inside our own heads. On one side, you've got the inner judge. This is the part of you that's constantly enforcing all those rules, pointing out every single flaw. And on the other side, you have the victim, the part that soaks up all that criticism, feels the shame, and starts to believe, I'm just not good enough. This constant battle is the source of so much of our daily suffering. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? Seriously, think about it. A dog makes a mistake, it learns, and it moves on. But us, humans, we can punish ourselves 1,000 times for the exact same mistake. Our inner judge just hits rewind, forcing the victim to feel that same guilt and shame again and again and again. But here's the really cool part. We do not have to live this way. See, we unknowingly agreed to all these self-limiting beliefs a long time ago. And if we agreed to them, it means we have the power to make new agreements. We can absolutely choose to break free from this cycle and take our personal freedom back. And that is exactly where the four agreements come in. They are four incredibly powerful, super practical commitments that really act as a roadmap. By adopting them, we can start to take apart those old, fear-based beliefs and literally build a new reality for ourselves. All right, the first agreement, and this one is huge. Be impeccable with your word. Now, the word impeccable literally means without sin. And in this context, a sin is just anything you do against yourself. So this agreement is all about using the incredible, creative power of your words to build yourself up and to build others up, never ever to tear anyone down. Ruiz actually describes our words as a kind of magic. We can use them for white magic, speaking truth, being kind, creating love, or we can use them for black magic. And the most common form of black magic? Gossip. It's like spreading emotional poison that just ends up hurting everyone, including ourselves. Being impeccable means choosing to only use your words for good. Okay, agreement number 2 is like putting on a suit of emotional armor. Don't take anything personally. When you really practice this one, you become immune to the black magic of other people. What they say, what they do, it just can't hurt you anymore. And here's why. Whatever somebody says or does, it is a projection of their own reality, their own dream. It has everything to do with them and almost nothing to do with you. When you take something personally, you're basically agreeing to swallow their emotional poison. But when you don't, you stay free. The third agreement, don't make assumptions. Oh man, this one hits home for so many of us. It gets to the root cause of so much drama and misunderstanding. We just have this tendency to fill in the blanks, to assume we know what other people are thinking or why they did something. And the real danger is when we start believing our assumptions are the truth. So just think about it for a second. How often do you invent these entire stories in your head instead of just finding out what's really going on? The antidote is simple, but it does take courage. Ask questions. Communicate clearly. It's how we stop creating suffering for ourselves and others. And finally, the fourth agreement. Always do your best. This is the one that brings it all together and makes the other 3 stick. It's all about putting them into action day after day. This isn't about a quick fix. It's about committing to a whole new way of living. Now, here's the key thing to remember. Your best is not some fixed, perfect standard. It's always changing. Your best when you're feeling healthy and full of energy is going to be way different from your best when you're sick or exhausted. The goal is just to take action, to do what you can in that moment. And when you do your best, you take away all the ammunition from your inner judge. There's nothing for it to attack you with, which means no more room for guilt or regret. So when you consistently practice these 4 agreements, you can actually shift your entire reality. You can move from what Ruiz calls the dream of hell, a life that's run by fear, judgment, and suffering, to creating your own personal dream of heaven, one that's built on love, freedom, and your own personal truth. Ultimately, this ancient wisdom is all about handing the paintbrush back to you. You are the artist of your own life, and the four agreements are the tools you need to create a masterpiece. So the only question left is, what dream are you going to choose?